I believe in magic. And I believe every single one of us has magic inside us. We just don't know it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are more than welcome to this, another episode of the Callaghan 11 Show, brought to you by Wigwam and supported by the Limerick Post newspaper, keeping Limerick posted, hashtag Limerick and proud. It's my great privilege to be here in front of a live audience to welcome my very special guest today. It's Johann Callaghan. Johann, just pop in, say hello, cheers us with your coffee mug, and then allow me to introduce you.
Good morning, everybody. My father used to come in at night and, you know, he wanted to talk to everybody. It was like it was 1 o'clock in the day and it would be 2 o'clock in the morning and I'd stand outside your bedroom door and he'd be talking away to you. And this was one of my early experiences of not getting sleep, okay? And he'd just be talking about shite. A lot at the time, you know, he just wanted someone to hear him, you know. And but then there were times when there was violent times as well, you know. There was when he got really annoyed and he couldn't understand why we didn't give him a lot of time, because everyone was getting fed up with him, you know, as we were growing older and what have you. But there was one stage where I could see that this was not normal, this was not acceptable, and it was having an impact. And I remember one of my younger brothers, he used to keep him up till all hours of the night talking. My dad loved talking. And I remember more times coming down 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, my younger son sitting on the stairs and my dad talking away. And my mum would probably be pregnant, you know, and she'd be tired. And I used to rescue my brother from this, you know, and there was lots of stories like that. And then there were violent times. I met a spiritual lady a couple of years later. I was crying out for help. Somebody please help me, because I couldn't live with this. It was torture. And I met a spiritual lady and she was very famous. She was well known. She was really good at what she did. She brought me in on a circle. There was supposed to be a load of people there, but I was the only one that was there. And as it transpired, we were on week 4 and she realized, Joanne, like after I shared my story and all of this, she said, Joanne, you're meant to be here on your own, you know. And this was when I got the first insight of the power of the universe, the power of the world. You know, things don't happen by accident. And what I got to learn, what I got to see was how incredibly powerful, like really, how incredibly powerful we all are as human beings. She taught me all about forgiveness. She taught me how to love myself again. She taught me how to sit on my heart. When she said sit on my heart, I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Sit on your heart. How can you sit on your heart? And she just taught me how to be in my heart. She said, think about Megan. Megan's my daughter who died, Megan. She said, think about Megan. That will raise your vibration. She taught me how to raise my vibration. And when you raise your vibration, you're in a different place. Your thoughts are in a different place. Everything comes from your heart. What happens in your brain comes from your heart, not the other way around. You know, we talk about thoughts and your thoughts transpiring into, you know, your behavior and your actions and then the results. But everything comes from your heart. When your heart is in a higher, and HeartMath Institute talks about this, that the energy of your heart instructs your brain, you know, and how you're thinking. So raise your vibration. Always sit in your heart. Forgive yourself, you know. We're the worst critics. We are our own worst critics of ourselves. And we have to start with ourselves, you know, really seeing ourselves, really seeing who we are, what we want, what's important to us. But all that transpired, that's when I realized, you know, I got intrigued and very curious about health and lifestyle and spirituality. So I started doing courses in massage and reflexology and Reiki. And this is where all the health and wellness stuff started. And then I met Pat Slattery. And Pat Slattery said, you got to write a book. And I was like, what the hell, a book? Me, an author? Are you mad? And I said, actually, and I went to Donna Kennedy's book writing course, like you did, Colin. And so she said, what's the biggest pain point? What are people struggling with at the moment? And I said, you know what, when my massage clients are coming in, they're all complaining, been tired and exhausted and no energy, and they can't play with their kids, and the kids are growing up real fast, and I can't think straight, and I'm really moody. So I wrote a book on sleep. And when I wrote the book on sleep, there it is there, a shameful plug. And when I wrote that book, the research that I did and what I found out about sleep, I said, my God, everyone has to know about this. Like everyone has to know sleep can affect you on every single level, physically, mentally, your relationships, your relationship with your kids. And then I progressed into, I'm really passionate about children. I'm really passionate about children having a childhood, a healthy and happy childhood, because every child deserves that. And you know what? An awful lot of that depends on the environment that they're in, the social environment, their physical environment, and their parents. And parents are trying to do the best job that they can, but they don't always get it right. It doesn't come with a manual. And we're trying to do the best, but we are really setting them up for life. And I think, you know, to create an awareness for parents, that's why I speak to parents. And I speak to parents about being the best that they can be. And you can do that with a good night of sleep. Everything starts with a good night of sleep. Yes, there's loads of other things that you can do to be healthy, eat healthy, exercise, all of this. But you know what? If you're tired, you're not going to be the humor of going out for that walk. If you're tired, you're not going to be the humor of making a healthy meal. You just go for fish and chips, you know? So it really transpires down to a lot of things. When you have a good night of sleep, everything else is better in your life. So
what are you taking with you from COVID that you found in COVID you're not letting go of?
Oh, my goodness. I've connected. I've done so many one-to-ones over the last number of months. And it was something, to be honest, it's been something that I've been kind of shying away from, because I always had it that people just want to sell me something or, you know, but I see a different side of that now. People genuinely want to help you. Like Gweno there, where's Gweno? There she is, Gweno. Gweno is gorgeous. If you ever get to have a conversation with Gweno, she's a coach and a master speaking coach and all sorts of coaching. But we did a coaching call together. And you know, a great tip that she gave me, if I can share this, Gweno, she gave me a fantastic tip. And I actually sleep with a teddy bear, right? And that's I connected with Gwen through this whole COVID, and she told me sleep with your teddy bear, and because it's your inner child, and it's all about, you know, we all need love, and you can give this to your inner child. We have to go back to our inner child a lot of the time, and you know what, it's great. I love my daughter sleeps with her teddy bear as well. Sometimes we swap, sometimes we have fights, and I put my lavender oil on it as well, so I do the aromatherapy. But yeah, over the COVID, met so many wonderful people. I love the whole Zoom thing. I do like to meet people in real life as well. I'm looking forward to that opening up again. But I have to say the convenience of the Zoom is just incredible as well. So.
Right, Johann, last question before we go to Shelley, please, 60-second answer. You meet a friend or somebody on Zoom or off Zoom who is struggling more than most in relation to what's going on the last 15 or 16 months. What would your one piece of advice be to somebody that you know is struggling or you suspect is struggling?
Love it. You know, the first thing that I say to people is get into a routine, okay? But you know something, get out and get sunshine. Even, I know we're living in Ireland here and well, we're in the summer now, but go out and get sunshine, especially first thing in the morning, because it resets this whole rhythm that this whole rhythm, the circadian rhythm, if you want to look up all the circadian rhythm. But we do live in rhythms and we're all human beings. So sunshine, you're getting your vitamin D. Vitamin D helps support your immune system and does so many other functions as well. Vitamin D has been shown to be in receptors in the brain involved in the sleep functions as well. So you're getting your sunshine, your vitamin D, you're resetting your circadian rhythm. So that's one of the things that I would say, get outside and get sunshine.
Beautiful. Apart from a good night's sleep, of course.
Well, that will help you sleep. That will help you sleep well. Resetting your circadian rhythm. Your sleep starts from the moment you wake up in the morning.